were some of the main things you were focusing on with practice today and your sense of accomplishing that?
Yeah, offensive execution. We didn't do a lot of live work except with some of our reserves to get them some extra work, but a lot of the details of our offensive execution.
One of the questions that I had was with the first quarter pace that you guys had in Portland, it was really great, and then sort of disappeared the rest of the game. How do you keep that consistent throughout the game?
Yeah, we got to keep getting stops, and we got to be committed to it for 48 minutes. And a big highlight of the film today is how well we looked in the first half. I thought we were on the road back to playing some of our best basketball the way we played in the first half, and for whatever reason we had a dip in the third, and it cost us. But I do believe we're going in the right direction.
Third quarter included Portland pulling up some of your sets and just having to look through. What's that second adjustment there when you come down the floor, run the initial set, they blow it up, they switch it, they do something new, and figure it out?
We got to play through our double teams better than we have. We've been a really good team at attacking double teams and making teams pay for the schemes they throw at Book and KD. We did not do that well enough in the second half.
What do you feel like are the biggest things correctable from the last time you played Sacramento? I know Fox had the big fourth quarter that you guys are looking to implement tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it starts with him. He's just head of the snake. But they got a complete team. I mean, you saw what Murray did a couple of games ago from the three-point line. They got shooting all over the floor, and they got two guys that are really difficult to guard in the pick and roll. So a lot of areas we can be better. Having Kevin Durant back out there, that's where it starts.
Yeah, definitely. Do you guys any guys in the locker room who are kind of stepping up as leaders during this time to kind of try to rally you guys and bring back together?
Yeah, everybody's working together.
Yeah.
We encourage leadership from every chair in the room. But KD and Book have done a good job during the stretch. Brad when he's been in there. But those guys doing a good job.
Was Josh able to practice today?
He was, and he'll be still listed as questionable. See how he responds to today's work and see how he's feeling tomorrow.
What did you notice when Brad was playing actually in that last game against New York that you guys felt you were missing in the last game that you lost?
Everything that he brings to the table, he's just a really dynamic offensive player. Makes life easier for the role players and for KD and for Book. And he's a two-way player as well, so he helps us on both ends.
And with the defense, it seems like he doesn't get enough credit, but what exactly does it seem like they're missing in that fourth quarter that you guys seem to have struggles with?
You talking about Brad, or are you talking about? Yeah, he's got great speed and athleticism, and he can fly around, and he's got a high IQ. Some more high IQ players we have out there, the better, and he helps us on both ends.
How'd the film look for you defensively?
Not good enough, but we're working through some things in how to protect some of our guys that they're going at, and where some of it's good, some of it's bad. We're bringing our bigs up more in pick and rolls, okay, and what that looks on the backside, isn't good enough yet. But we're mixing coverages and we're learning our team, and we'll continue to do so.
With Brad, there's still a wait for him, but it feels like you guys are starting to nearly get everyone back now. Do you sense the continuity building in practices like this and the chemistry and things like that?
Every time we're together, there's cohesion happening, and especially in the film room. Getting on the same page with what we're seeing on a night in and night out basis. It's different coverages, different systems or schemes that we're going against, switching, heavy gap presences, double team pick and rolls, post ups, mixing in under zone. We see different things every night, and every time we attack it, we evaluate and we teach.
What do you feel like
bring guys together?
Sorry, Coach. What do you feel like are the biggest gaps offensively right now when things kind of go astray? Sometimes you guys are looking really good in quarters. Sometimes it dips a little bit.
Yeah, we're learning to read each other, and that stuff takes time with the new group, and new lineups out there all the time. But there's, like I said, there's a myriad of different things we're seeing on a night in. One night's going to be very different than the next, and it takes the duration of the season to get better at these things and to build that cohesiveness with our guys on the floor.
Coach, sorry if you've been asked this week. Do you have any other injury updates besides Josh for tomorrow?
I do not. Nope.
And then just going based on what Trevor said, when you look at these rotations, would you have figured that you would have a kind of a set rotation by now, a third of the way through the season? And then how do you kind of keep those guys in there even if they're struggling? How do you evaluate that?
It's always a balance, and we knew that early on in the season, we're going to give a lot of our role players, minimum contract guys, opportunities to earn, a big role on a team, and we're still in the process of, giving those guys opportunities, evaluating what they can do, and seeing where they fit. So there still is going to be some until somebody jumps out and grabs, those minutes. We're still going to look at, whatever guys we need to look at to try to get wins.
Where's Yuta's confidence level at right now? I know last couple times he'd been missing some shots, but
yeah, he had a tough couple stretches, but he's a confident basketball player, and he's a great shooter. We're going to stay with him. We're looking at some other guys ahead of him in the rotation, but I've got a lot of confidence in him when we throw him in there.
What's your overall assessment of point book?
Yeah, well, I think it's really good. The returns so far are really good, and but we're going to see different things throughout the course of an 82-game season. That some nights it's going to look seamless, and some nights he's going to be carrying a heavier load than we want him to. So it's easy to look at on a 1 or 2 game, 5 game sample size, but you see a lot more over the course of an 82-game season and what that feels like. So I think having Brad back, will take a lot of pressure off of what Boog's handling right now, in terms of his workload. So that's the ideal model of what we're looking for. But I think overall it's been really good.
how do you like the balance of the amount of shots he's taking and also his passing? I know that's tough with him, just given how good of a scorer
he's got a great feel for that. And I like his shot pass balance right now. He's just reading. I like him to shoot more threes, but I give him the green light to feel those things out and pick his spots as he chooses. He's one of the best in the world at it.
Coach, there's some things that chatter about the loss to Portland as if it was a collapse, but is there no such thing as a trap game, and especially in the West, the NBA is pretty much tough as it is?
Yeah, there's not a trap game for a team that's around 500. I know that. We're not some 20-5 team that just could take anybody lightly right now. We're a team that's got talent that is building cohesion. And so I don't think the trap game applies to our team at all.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Travel safe.
Yep.
Real quick, guys. What's up, man?
What's good?
Just looking back at the Portland game, everything that went right in the first quarter offensively in terms of pace, how do you guys maintain that over the course of the game?
I think we keep defending, being active on the defensive end and, securing the rebound first and just getting out in transition, playing fast.
Obvious question, but how much more difficult is that defense to offense transition? You talk about so much when you guys go through those defensive balls like you have.
Yeah, it's always tough, to keep up the pace if, you're grabbing the ball out the net every time. But, there's still a way to, be dynamic in the half-court offense, even on made baskets. We've been working on it.
Defensively, what's the one thing you take away from the last couple of weeks that hasn't been working that needs to improve right now?
Starting with communication and effort, and then goes from there. It's a domino effect. Once people are talking and we're all engaged, we've showed really good spurts of it, and now it's just to do that for the full 48 minutes.
What stands out about Theo and what he's going to be able to provide you guys, the new two-way guy?
I'm still learning him. Obviously matched up against him when he was in OKC, not in Charlotte. Great size, knows how to play the right way, so I'm excited to be on the court with him.
When that one game you played with Brad against Brooklyn, what are some of the differences you noticed not having him out there in the 2 games afterwards?
He's just a superior threat. He causes a lot of attention, a lot of gravity. He can score at the rim. He can score at all 3 levels, and he can also play make. So, there's so many levels that he does it at. It's kind of hard to just pinpoint it to one thing.
What were some of the things that you noticed in the Portland game defensively that you brought in Brooklyn but wasn't there for obviously most of the New York games, but in Portland?
Just everything. There's layers to it, and we know what we have to do. We've done it before. We just haven't done it for a full 48 minutes.
Look, you've gone through seasons where seemingly every new year there's 10 new teammates for you. This is a process you're familiar with. What do you take from those experiences into this year to help the cohesion and continuity build that made you guys so successful a couple of years ago?
Just keep learning each other. Keep talking. Don't be scared to hold each other accountable. We're all on the same path, and we all have the same goal, and that's to win basketball games. And we understand it's not going to be easy. It's not an easy league. And, we have enough guys in this team that have been around the block and understand that. So, it's time to pick it up.
Would you say a lot of guys are kind of reciprocating that kind of message for you?
You said what?
Like reciprocating, do you feel like they're taking what you're saying to heart and feeling on the court?
Yeah. I mean, we all feel it. It's not just one of us. It's everybody in here. We all have a job, and this is the highest form of basketball in the world. It's not an easy job, and we understand that. And we have the talent, we have the basketball minds in here to play better than we are.
How do you like the balance with the shots, amount of shots you're taking, then also passing, just as a point guard and figuring that out?
Good at in spurts. Just trying to figure it out for the full 48.
You saw the Lakers lose to the Spurs the other night, Sunday, and also you guys lost to Portland. But are there no such things as trap games in the NBA?
I mean, just like I just said, it's the highest form of basketball in the world. It's the top 450 players in the world. So every night's going to be a tough one, and every win, it's going to take a complete group effort.
How excited are you to have KD back? You didn't have him last time against the Kings, so how much difference will that make?
I'm looking forward to it. There's always more space out there. He causes a lot of attention. They threw a lot of junk defenses at us last game that, I don't think they'll be able to do with him on the floor.
Thanks, Bo.
Yep.
Thanks, Bo. Travel safe. Thank you.